In the life of a female entrepreneur vlog. I'm Katrina Julia. I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur, athlete, traveler, creator, and CEO of an all-in-one lifestyle brand. I have transitioned from self-hate to love, losing over 55 pounds 7 years ago, shifting from corporate to calling, traveling the world from 2020 through 2022 in the midst of chaos and crazy, yet it became calm. Because that is what I chose to create. And in this vlog, I am sharing all the things about the last week of August 2022 into the first week of September. So this is unlike my other videos. It is more of an overview, but not like the intention for this is to share with you more of like a behind the scenes and give you a glimpse of what days and weeks can be like. And in case things inspire you, and also share with you value on platforms, communities, programs I'm in, all the things, no matter how you decide to connect and create with me. So I wanted to share with you guys some previews first on Monday of this week. So if you haven't checked out my video on how to have a rockstar day and or how to find $500,000 in opportunities, definitely check that out after this video. So I do tell you with a caveat, but stick around because you're gonna get a ton from this video too. I promise you, I pour out so much because I know what it's like personally. And I love to connect with community that also pours out. So that is the intention behind everything I create, to connect with you. So Monday, you guys blew up my brain. Sometimes on Mondays, I have this weird, like sometimes I'm super excited, but sometimes I have this weird, I guess you could say, moments or feelings of, oh, am I really connecting and creating? Am I really evolving? Am I really being and becoming who I'm supposed to be? Am I really going to be financially free? I'm not financially free yet. There's been a whole mess to the message in every area of my life, and money is also one of them. You may love my 7 steps to budget money like a boss on the blog and show, and I share a lot there, and on my blog and show on transformation from the inside out. Okay, so this Monday at first it was kind of off, but then I reevaluated, repositioned, did my morning routine, what I call my sacred 7 morning, Bible reading, journaling. It always changes, always evolves in different ways. Movement, fitness. This week I integrated tapping with Cassandra Bujak, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's also half Polish like me, so it doesn't surprise me that I found her on YouTube. And you guys, I've done tapping in the past, but I did a little bit more research now on how it's 15 times more effective than CBT therapy and other forms of therapy. So that's also blowing my brain, because like as you're tapping in different things, like you're reconnecting with your frontal lobe, which also impacts, I'm also a super geek when it comes to neuroscience and things like that. You're also reconnecting with your neural pathways, with your thought patterns, rewiring them, which for me also ties back to Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, etc. So side note, you may also love, for those of you that believe in God like I do, you may love my Bible study series and my guides too. So Monday I actually did that, and then I also finished, speaking of Bible studies, I finished the Elijah Bible study by Priscilla Shirer. You guys, Priscilla, if you've seen The War Room, you've seen Priscilla. She's the main character in War Room. She's amazing. I first connected with her Bible studies back in 2010. I've now done numerous studies of hers, and the latest was Elijah. All of them are so amazing, but I would probably say one of my top favorites is oh my goodness, I'm like blanking out now. Not War Room was stuck in my head. Armor of God, thank you. Armor of God is an incredible study, but Elijah was also amazing. So normally I go straight through studies, I get them done on time, early, maybe a little bit delayed, even with travel. But this one with Elijah, I really felt like God wanted me to take time. So 7 weeks became actually, you guys, over 9 months. I started it last November and I really took my time going through it, diving deep into it, and literally just finished the Elijah study. Then I had a workout. Then I went into what I call my CEO day. That is how I start every single week, powerfully. And so by the end of the day, whether it's a Monday or it happens to be a Tuesday, that I feel super powerful and that I've created and connected on so many levels. Monday blew up my brain, you guys. I had purposely unplugged on Thursday and Friday, and it was also my women's time. I didn't touch email, and I also have a virtual assistant and autoresponder on my email. I didn't touch email since I think Wednesday, okay? So at first on Monday, like once I got through my morning, my workouts, all of that, I dove into, before I get into some of that, I dove into Live Plan, a financial and business plan tool that you can check out. It's amazing. I teach our community and our students both online and live Plan. Then I dug into the scorecard, which is basically an Excel spreadsheet I have with the scorecard for the week, for the month, that tracks certain things from lead generation to cash to social media growth, etc. That is a combination of skills and gifts, talents, and abilities and dashboards that I've created, and also inspiration recently from Vanessa Lau. So if you don't follow her channel on YouTube, go check out Vanessa. She's amazing, okay? She also shares a ton of valuable content. She's incredible. And so after I go through those things and setting up the week, then I go into my top 3 priorities, okay? My top 3. I haven't checked email, I haven't done anything at this point, like as far as social media, email, none of that. I'm focused, I've set up my day, and my top 3 priorities right now are CMO/CFO fractional engagements, so that I can take those, transition them into an online program for CEO in a day, CMO in a day, COO in a day, because there is a need for it now more than ever. And so I went through, you guys, platforms Indeed, Upwork, and Brain Trust, and in one day, in less than 6 hours, and actually the proposals were done in less than 2. Submitted proposals for over $500,000. Yes, viable, aligned proposals to both CMO and CFO work, and also predominantly influencer management work. So my first focus is CMO/CFO ongoing engagements, to take those and scale them. I have a couple of CMO right now. The second one, and some CFO that were previously not long-term, but I'm looking now at long-term. I'm also a CPA, if you didn't know that, and have worked in audit and financial operations, analysis. That's also part of my background. And so my second focus is influencer management, to take that, work with both brands. So that also overlaps obviously into CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and influencers that have over 25,000 followers, at least on Instagram. And then my third focus is the Createit Online Summit and our online programs, which pretty much our freebies are set up, they're automated through Kajabi, etc. But I'm really focusing on developing and building the summit. And then my next steps are to take those first 2 pillars, CMO, CMO/influencer management, develop an ongoing program annually, quarterly, annually, and then have basically a leader in every area. Have a leader in our online courses, our director, have a leader in our retreats, and have a leader in our business to business or CMO/CFO type work, especially as it scales online, okay? So in less than 2 hours, submitted proposals on Upwork, on Indeed. They were extremely targeted, very aligned. I already have responses on some of them and some meetings next week. And the Createit Summit. So once I got done with the first 2 priorities and proposals, so I knew like, okay, I've submitted this much, I'm focused on creating wealth, I'm focused on creating cash, I'm focused on, of course, service, passion, and purpose all starts first. That's why my mornings are so important. Then it was, okay, let me focus on the online summit. And one of the ways I'm doing that also is inviting influencers in for both free and our paid work. And at a certain level right now, and listed the campaigns, which if you didn't know, I've worked with influencers now since 2016, over 15,000 influencers, generated over 3,000% ROI, over 200 million in reach in 1 year alone on campaigns and platforms, and developed our own platform, wrote a book, have free series. Also check that out, Influencer Marketing Like a Boss. You can find it on the website. You can find series on YouTube with all the links, okay? So, responded to some interest in influencer management from some amazing, beautiful souls. So that happened on Monday, still 6 hours total work, okay? And then I took a little break because I made some friends where I was working in Sky House Buckhead, 3 young ladies that were super nice. So I took a little break, and then I worked about 1 to 6, so 5 hours, took a bit of a break, and then worked about 3 more hours. So this is all within the 9 hours. Cleared all the emails that my virtual assistant had organized into different buckets, and responded to the campaign for the Create Summit. Responded to every single person that followed instructions. I asked for their Instagram handle, their interest, and their email. And I said at the end of the campaign, and each one of them, if you don't provide all 3 things, I'm not emailing you. Because I'm not gonna sit here and take extra time, and that also shows me if you can't follow instructions to share interest, which goes by saying you're interested, but really I'm just asking for 2 things, Instagram handle and email. So if you can't even do those 2 things, I don't have a lot of faith that you're gonna follow instructions on a campaign. Makes sense, right? Maybe some of you might say it's beep activity, but like there's only so much time in the day, and I also have a focus that, you know what, things get to be easy. I get to work with incredibly like-minded people that are grateful, take initiative, follow instructions, right? And that's what I'm focusing on. So guess what? That's what I'm available to attract, okay? Like it, don't like it, but that's how you guys, I'm not the only one that thinks like that. A lot of brands think like that too. Like as far as brands, whether you're talking about Nike, Apple, Disney, whoever. And so to me, and that's the way I was, and many people are in 7+ industries that I've served in. It's like if you can't do A, B, C on the front end, because whether you're an influencer, you're applying for a job, if you can't submit the requirements, an email and an Instagram, or if you're applying for a job and you can't submit the cover letter and this and this and this, well, the employer is not gonna have a lot of faith for you to do the job, okay? And this is coming from someone that, you know, grew up with a really hard work ethic and saw that in my parents, and consistently got promoted and moved in any industry, 7+ industries, oil and gas, retail, education, the list goes on, okay? You can feel free to go look at my bio. So I'm big on initiative. Like that's one of my #1 value points. So that was Monday, you guys, which goes to say, at first I set up very powerfully, but then I ended up crashing on Tuesday. I was going to do in the morning the Get Loved Up, but I was so worn out, and after 2 o'clock, I didn't eat. I didn't take a break other than talking with the friends, and all I did was drink coffee. So I reverted back to some of my not self-love activities, but it was also because I was so excited about what was happening. Which leads me to Wednesday. So Tuesday, you guys, I unplugged, I slept late, I was literally, okay? But I also felt like, you know what, so much happened yesterday, so I'm okay, like so much happened, I finished so much, I did so much, I'm proud of myself, I'm giving myself the grace. Wednesday, I focused on connecting and creating with social, with expanding on my Instagram, connecting with social curators. I love social curators, you guys, through Jasmine Star. If you don't follow her, go check her out now. And I got named as one of the social curators of the month for my contributions, for my participation, for my engagement with the community, for the work that I am putting in social curators. And social curators is amazing. There's issues to help you organize social media, launch your business, sell online. There's captions for social media. There's images and pictures. There's community master classes. We've got 3 to 4 master classes and group coaching every single month. It's incredible. The links are also down below for that, okay? So that was, I'm just checking out my calendar. So I did that on Wednesday, also uploaded several different shorts and different things I'm testing, and then also followed up on the emails from the Createit Summit. So I left emails for the end of the day again, And then I went to an incredible yoga class at Uptown Atlanta. They host at Lindbergh every single Wednesday. Made another new friend, Priscilla from Brazil, which leads me to today. Here we are on Thursday, you guys. I can't believe this is only quote unquote a third day of work, okay? So today I woke up and I dove into some of Social Curators, some of the master classes from last week, and then one from today, and posted on Instagram, reviewed my Instagram and analytics, and then filmed. This is now my third video that I'm filming today, and I filmed 3 different reels as well. And I also had a call, an executive call on productivity and management through a resource and a tool called Respondent that is amazing, that you can check out and also earn additional income from, depending on your gifts, talents, abilities, etc., on surveys and different things. And they pay anywhere from, I don't know what they start at, but they go all the way up to like $500 to $1,000 per survey, depending on what it is. And now I am about to jump into Brendan Bouchard's training that I attend once a month with Influencer Pro. I've been a student of his since 2017. I've attended World's Greatest Speaker Training. I've attended High Performance Academy. He's also amazing and so giving. And then I'm gonna go get the nails done and the toes done. And then this evening I have a Bible study with B groups with Transformation Church Online that I'll tune into for a bit. And then I'm going to have some more fun with a candlelight symphony event they have through Fever Up and through a community that's doing these, featuring different artists through a symphony. And the one I'm doing is featuring my girl Beyonce and her music, which if you didn't know, I grew up in Houston. I'm half Polish, half Bulgarian, grew up in Houston, but I attended her concert with some of my friends, 9th row seats. And then again, actually that one was Destiny's Child, and then again 2 of hers. And so when I saw that the symphony and candlelight at Piedmont Park was doing this candlelight experience, and I saw Beyonce was one of the artists they're featuring, I decided to do that one. So that's my week so far, behind the scenes with a female entrepreneur. And then tomorrow I'm doing some submissions. I'll probably go work at a coffee shop tomorrow, Kula. It's right around the corner. And I'm doing a grant submission for some of the real estate, Airbnb, and travel vision I have with the Createit transformational retreats. And expanding some of the marketing with our retreat in Costa Rica in December. And then some more content work. And then I already started going through the scorecard and wrapping up the week and looking at the key performance indicators. But I'm gonna do a bit more of that and then end my day a bit sooner and head to the park, depending on the weather, or the pool. Oh, side note, on Wednesday, I worked upstairs at the rooftop at the pool. So if you follow me on Instagram at Katrina Julia Fit, that was my office on yesterday. It feels like a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. That's what today feels like, or this week for sure. And yeah, and then Saturday's pretty flexible and flowy. I might also completely unplug. And typically on Sundays, you guys, I always unplug, meaning sometimes I post on social, but very rarely, but it is really like my day of rest. And church online with Transformation Church, oftentimes at Passion City, connecting with family. I connected with my mom via WhatsApp. So my family is my immediate family. My mom and my dad are all overseas. My brother, and they're in Bulgaria/Poland right now because my mom's traveling. My brother and sister-in-law in Austria. So we usually connect on the weekends, but with my mom, we trade voice messages and whatnot on WhatsApp. But I connected with her on Sunday and she was traveling on Monday. So I sent her some voice messages and then connected in WhatsApp with chat. Connected with a friend of mine earlier this week as well. And so may also do some of that. And also invited some friends potentially to go to the candlelight event. And then also we may end up going dancing with some new friends on Saturday. So that's also up in the air. So there you have it. So feel free to comment down below, check out Create It Like a Boss, check out any of the series that I mentioned, and remember, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to.